Hey, we are here. All right, let me get organized and situated. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. I am Audra, in case you are new to my world. Welcome. I'm Audra Baker, creator of Love It to Lose It Tribe. I help women get really unstuck. So we get really stuck in these awful patterns, and that's what I do. I help you get unstuck, releasing like the physical blocks, the mental blocks, and especially the emotional blocks that stop you from living in a body you love, that keep you stress eating, that keep you in situations where you don't love your body, where you don't feel good, where you're feeling stressed out, where you're numbing out. I'm going to help you clean all that shit up so you can experience life in a body you love, so you can experience intimacy, so you can experience like love in your life, like deep love, not just love from your partner, but love inside, like from the inside out. It's very, very powerful. I found that so many women are actually really successful. Like, you've got a great, career going on, or maybe your partnership is really strong, or you've got kids in this whole mom thing, man. You're like, you're slaying it. You know what I mean? There's like some aspect of your life that's really good, but it's like, why can't I get this whole body thing figured out, right? So that's a big problem. It's like the challenge is, I got all this other shit figured out. Why can't I get this other thing figured out? And then you go into your closet, you can't find anything that fits. You feel like shit. You want your wardrobe to fit. You're struggling, you're overeating, you're numbing out at night, all of these other things. And it's a real shitty feeling because it messes with your confidence. It messes with, thanks for the hearts over there. Good to see you guys there. It messes with everything, right? It just absolutely feels like shit. And it leaves you feeling really frustrated because what do? You go on a diet, you join the gym, everybody's waiting for New Year's. New Year's is about to be here and the crazy is about to start happening, right? And then you're frustrated and defeated whenever you gain the weight back. And this is the story I hear over and over and over again. I've been doing this shit now for 25 years. And the worst part is that you think that's the answer, but it's not. Joining the gym and going on a diet is like putting a Band-Aid over a gaping wound. It's not that it's not a helpful thing. It's not that Band-Aids can't help, but it's not actually getting to the real things that you're struggling with. Okay. And what it comes down to is, if you're holding on to excess weight, it's a placeholder. It's a placeholder for deeper emotional and mental just weight, just shit that's just holding you down. Let me say hi to Amanda. Hey girl, good to see you. Oh, good to see you, love. I'm feeling very festive today. Oops, I need to fix this camera. I got my little red on, got some bright red on. Barbara Ann, good to see you too. Say hi to everybody. Yeah, so your physical weight, y'all, it's a placeholder. It's a placeholder for a deeper healing that needs to happen. It's a placeholder for the emotional weight and the mental weight and that shit that's holding you down. And I promise you, there's not a fitness plan or a diet on the planet that's actually going to go deep enough to heal that stuff. I've seen it over and over again. I have so many clients get super motivated and they find a good diet and they join a gym and they work hard for maybe 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, and then nothing ends up happening. Or that's not true. Something happens. I got distracted. My dad's here. Hey, Daddy. Happy Merry Christmas. I get to see my dad on Sunday. Yay, I'm so excited. So my point is that it's not that they don't see results. They get super motivated, but then something else happens. The deeper healing hasn't happened. They put a Band-Aid on a gaping wound, and what ends up happening, they get stressed out, their immune system gets taxed, they have emotional stuff going on, they've gotten a big stressful situation at work, they've got a stressful situation with their partner or their kids, or something that gets triggered inside of them, and then they gain the weight back over and over and over again. I've seen this. And so it's actually really, really simple and straightforward, y'all. Really simple and straightforward. We have to heal the emotional blocks. We have to expand our capacity to feel our feelings and develop a more resilient mindset. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Like I said, I'm here all holiday season doing these free live trainings for you. We started with my own story. You can go back to videos and you can just like learn about how I finally got off the wagon and how I got off the roller coaster. Oh, thank you, Barbara. You're so sweet. Barbara Ann, I love you so much. That was the first video. The second one is I just got into looking at how we can tactily, what's the right word? Tactfully, not tactfully, like very specifically Sometimes my vocabulary just amazes me. Very specifically, step by step, looking at what we can do to change our relationship with food, dieting, and our physical weight, and how it's so powerful to do that work during the holiday season, y'all. During the holiday season, so powerful to do that work. So you can go back another video, but today we want to talk about the resilient mindset, because mindset training is so powerful. It is so important. And I thought about this because last week we had a coaching call with my tribe inside the Love It to Lose It tribe. No coffee for me today. This is echinacea tea. Trying to stay healthy. All these freaking people coughing and sneezing all around me. I'm like, ah! Echinacea tea, baby. Keep that immune system up. All right. So mindset is everything. Let's go ahead and dig into that. We talked about this on my Love It to Lose It tribe, and it just got me thinking, because there's a lot of things that we want to talk about in terms of getting your brain on board. And it's hard, because what we need to understand is that our mindset is basically everything that shows up in our life, almost everything that shows up in our life as adults. It's because we have a certain way of seeing the world. We have these core beliefs inside of us, these deep-rooted core beliefs. And it's kind of like, you know, you're putting on like rose-colored glasses, and you put them on and you've been wearing them your whole life. And so you just think the entire world has this like pinkish tint to it. And then one day you take the glasses off because somebody actually tells you you're wearing these glasses, and then you can see like all the different colors, not just pink, right? That is an example of what your core beliefs are and what they do. So I'm going to give you a couple of that where did I write them down? Hold on, I just wrote them down. Oh, all right, I wrote them down up here so that way I could see them. So some core beliefs, I don't even want to get into it. I want to explain first, before I go into core beliefs, is that most of them, the deepest core beliefs, they were handed to you before you were even 5 years old. Hey, Robin, let me say hi over here. Good to see you. So Barbara, I love this. Barbara Annis, she's a part of our Love It to Lose It tribe. She said it was such a helpful training, catching our thoughts and feeling the shifts. That's what I want to give you guys today, because you don't have to wait till New Year's. You don't have to go on a diet. This is part of the gig. I promise you, this is the stuff that nobody talks about when it comes to living in a body that you freaking love, when it comes to loving your life, when it comes to having the capacity, if you feel like you're holding on to extra weight, this is a huge key piece in releasing that. Okay, and it's not about counting calories or macros. I fucking promise. This ain't the game, y'all. It ain't the game. So the first thing we want to do is we want to realize that these core beliefs were handed to us. Our brains are sponges whenever we're young, okay? And it still happens when we're adults. I want to be very clear with this. Somebody can say something to us and we can literally take it as truth, and it becomes our own beliefs. And then we look at the world through those beliefs. So I'll give you some examples. So these are some kind of like awful core beliefs that some of us have that end up ruling our life. So I don't deserve to feel good in my body. I want to tell you something. Almost every call I've had with clients has some level of not deserving to live in a body that's the right sized, not deserving to wear clothes that make them feel beautiful and fabulous. There's some part inside of them that's like, who am I? I'm so special. So that shit was handed to you a long time ago, okay? Or like I said, who am I too good to feel in my body? Or this is too hard. This was a big one that came up in our tribe. Oh, this is just too hard. I can't do it. Let me tell you something. If your belief is this is too hard, that is exactly what's going to show up for you over and over and over again, because your belief creates the thought, okay? There's this core belief that sits in the back that makes you think the thing, right? And then the thought, this is too hard. And then what ends up happening? You have feelings about this being too hard. So you feel overwhelmed, you feel anxious, you feel like who could do this all of a sudden, right? This is the wrong place to be in terms of the functioning of your brain. This is kind of like going down some downward spiral. When you have those feelings, what you do is you take action based on those feelings. And so in that case, I don't know about you, but when I feel anxious and overwhelmed because this is too hard, guess what I end up doing? Nothing. My action is actually non-action. I'm freezing, right? And then as soon as I'm frozen and I'm not taking action, guess what shows up? The result, the self-fulfilling prophecy of this is too hard. Like it is unbelievable the way that the mind works. And now here is the powerful thing. As soon as we grab on, and what I just described to you is it's like a neuronal patterning inside the brain. The belief is what creates the thought. The thought gets fired, And then with the thought, then the next thing that happens are that the feelings and the sensations get fired. And as soon as that get fired, then the action perpetuates that, right? And then from the action, we have the result. The results always show themselves every single time. Whatever it is that you're saying to yourself over and over and over again is exactly what is going to show up. This is how the brain works. Now, we were born with like 100 million. It's this insane number, 100 million neurons. Right? These are the neurons that like make our body move, but we were only born with 25 billion synaptic connections. These are the connections that connect one thing to the other. They get things going. That whole pattern of having a belief, having the thought, having the feeling, having the action, having the result. Boom. That is a pattern. That is a neuronal pattern. Whenever you're trying to create new habits, literally what you're trying to do is do the action of the habit, right? And get the result from the habit. So let's say you decide I'm going to wake up every morning and I'm going to go to the gym. That's a very common one, right? So the action is I get out of bed, I go to the gym. The result is hopefully you get a positive reinforcement. Things start to work. And then what that does is that shapes your belief. Maybe I can do this. Look at me doing this. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so strong. Look what I'm doing. Holy shit, this is amazing. Those are the thoughts. And whenever you think those thoughts, what feelings do you think you have? Really powerful feelings, right? Like, wow, what does pride feel like, right? What does it feel like to be proud of yourself that you're doing it when it doesn't feel so hard? What is it like inside of your body when you go, man, this isn't even that hard. I can do this. It changes everything. It takes your entire system from a contractive state into an expansive state, right? Whenever it's powerful. And when you do that, then you have actions based on those feelings. Do you see how it can go in either direction? I think the most powerful thing that I want to teach you guys today is that, again, you're born with 100 billion neurons and only 25 billion synaptic connections. So what you want to do and what you can do, and basically what I do, let me say hi to Nicole, I miss you, Nicole. What I do with my clients is we build new neuronal patterning. We build new synaptic connections because we have the neurons to do it, okay? We can make this happen, but we've got to be, whoops, I keep losing my camera. We have to be more awake and conscious. We have to be more awake and conscious to this, okay? And this is what is so important that we have to do. This is why we have to look at the shit we're telling ourselves, the things that are keeping us stuck, the things that we keep, the patterns that we have in our head that tells us we don't deserve this, or we're not good enough, or this is too hard, or I've always been overweight, so what's the point? Like those voices, or, I hate social situations, I'm so much anxiety, this has been this way forever, it's never gonna go away. Keep saying that to yourself, and guess what's gonna show up? Over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. If we don't become conscious of the shit we're thinking, y'all, it's going to keep sabotaging us all the time over again, okay? I'm not smart enough. I'm not good looking enough, right? I can't be happy until I lose weight. You know what? I just can't be happy until I find my soulmate. That's a shitty life to live, dude. Like, good luck trying to find a soulmate when you're stuck in your own self-pity and unworthiness. Like, that's not going to work. You're going to attract some douchebag into your life. Like, no, I can't be happy until I lose the weight. That is like the shittiest thing I hear, and I hear so many clients say that all the time. No, I don't feel good in my body, and I will not have a good time. I will not be happy until I lose the weight. And I'm like, you're like missing out on life, dude. And it happens the other way. We've got to shift here and say, damn it, I can love my life no matter what. I can shift. So the sabotaging thoughts that we have in our head, we have to acknowledge them, realize that they're there and they're real and they're freaking running our lives. That is like so step one. Like if this was Audra's 12-step program, this would be step freaking one. You've got to be able to look at the things that you say that make you feel like shit. How do you know? Uh-oh, oh no, I didn't lose my connection. Okay, good. Shwoo, thought I lost my connection. How do you know? How do you know that you're having these thoughts? Because it feels like shit. Go into your body. Stop disconnecting from it. Feel what anxiety feels like. Feel the tightness in your chest and your throat right here. Feel your stomach clenching. Feel how icky it feels. And then go, what am I thinking right now? What's going on? What is that coming from? Go in and be an excavator of your brain, okay? This is the first part, all right? And then from there, you realize what it is. Don't shame yourself for having it, y'all. This is how the brain works. The brain literally works this way because it wants to keep you safe and alive. That's it, and that's that. It wants to keep you safe and alive. It will keep you stuck in a body that you don't love because it doesn't want change. It's like your primal brain's job really is to detect safety. And in this moment, if you're alive and I'm alive, we're alive, so done, we're safe, right? Let me tell you, that the brain is powerful that way. The brain is very powerful that way. But we need to learn how to use the brain in the way that will actually serve us, right? We need to learn how to use our mind in a way that's more life-giving, life-affirming, and powerful in order to get what we want. And so what we do as soon as we start to see these negative spiraling things, because your brain wants to keep you safe. It doesn't care that you're trying to lose 50 pounds. It just cares that you're sitting down watching TV and it's safe in the living room and there's no need to go work out. And it's happy that you're just going to go nosh on like another pint of Ben & Jerry's tonight because like, well, one, you have the sugar addiction, so now you're chemically addicted to sugar. And then two, it's like, you know what, this is safe. This feels comfortable. This feels cozy. You know, oh, it's going to be uncomfortable to have to like switch over to vegetables, right? It's like, keep that part of your brain in charge and see what happens, right? So wrong answers. If you really want to make shifts, we have to look at the ways and the things that we're saying to ourselves. And then we have to decide, does this serve me? Do I really want to keep doing this and saying this to myself? Or is there something else that I can decide? Because here's the thing, those core beliefs we go back to, they're just decisions. A new mentor of mine that I'm so in love with, it was like the most powerful thing when he said, this is just a decision. Your mind made the decision. Your brain is a decision-making machine. That's how it operates. It clings on to a neuronal pattern and it holds on to it and then it goes, boom, here are my decisions over and over and over again. You can make a new decision. You can change your mind literally. You have to ask yourself, am I willing to do this? What do I really want? How do I want to feel? And then from there, you can choose, instead of the belief that you always have, and that belief of I'm not good enough, or who am I to deserve this? Who am I to actually live a healthy life in a body that I love, right? If you don't want to believe that anymore, what would you prefer to believe? God damn it, I deserve to live in a body that feels healthy and vibrant and alive, and I deserve to like lose these 10 pounds or 20 pounds or 50 pounds or 80 pounds or like I fucking deserve it, right? And so powerful, that's great. So that's how you can start to switch your mind, but it doesn't work quite that easily. The next step is you have to start looking for things in your life that are evidence that you actually deserve it. What are the things in your life that are evidence that you deserve this? Okay? What are evidence that I am enough? Damn it, I am worthy to like live in a body I love. And there is no evidence for that. I don't need evidence for that. Like, I just am worthy. I'm innately worthy. But finding evidence, finding ways in which you can prove that you deserve, okay? What are the things that are already happening in your life right now? What are the situations and the people in your life? You know what? I'm surrounded by people that love me and support me and want me to do this. And so I can like reach out to them for help. Or God damn it, you know, I've been working so hard. I'm learning how to feel deserving. Like I just, you know, went out and, went for a walk today, and that felt like a blessing and a gift instead of it feeling like, I hate this is the worst thing ever. It actually felt like a blessing that I got to like move my body today and sweat and get my heart rate up. I felt so alive. Like every human deserves to be alive. Every human deserves it. I deserve it. You stack evidence to the new thing that you want to start to believe, and that starts to build up the new neuronal patterning, the new synaptic connections in your brain. It is so powerful. And then from there, we have to get ourselves into an elevated emotional state. The elevated emotional state, I think the easiest one to tap into is gratitude. There's like a ton of high vibe emotional states, but gratitude, dude, if you're not already tapping into gratitude like every single day, like start. And it's not just like, I'm happy for my paycheck and I'm happy. I guess I'm happy. For me, it's like, oh, I'm really grateful for my dog. I love my, like, if you guys know me personally, you know I'm like a freakazoid. I'm like in love with my dog. So that's easy to tap into gratitude. Or like, I love that I get every morning with my gratitude journal and my cup of coffee. I sit there for like a half an hour. I just love really it's the coffee and the journal, right? But those are like, you want to not just be able to tap into the easy stuff. Sometimes that's all you can access. But you want to tap into what you're grateful for, and then you want to think of like a million reasons why you're grateful. Like, oh my God, and you want to like elevate that feeling of gratitude in your body. And this is how you start to change and shift. It's the start. What we do inside of Love It to Lose It is it's all about removing the blocks. It's about removing the physical blocks that stand in your way, like the actual how-to, because I promise you going on a diet ain't gonna fucking fix anything. It's just not gonna work. If you're really looking to come into a right-sized body and feel vibrant and alive, we've gotta look at a different relationship with food. We've gotta look at what your relationship is to your body and what your relationship is to food and start to remove those physical blocks. So like dieting is a physical block. You've gotta stop dieting. Under exercising, not moving your body, and then, or the opposite, being like a crazy psychoid, like hit the gym 4 hours a day, is also, for most of my clients, the absolute wrong answer. It messes with your hormones. It actually keeps you stressed out. That's not helpful either. Like, what are the actual physical step-by-step blocks that we have to look at and remove and change? Go back one video to training number 2. I go all over that. And then we have to be able to look at our mindset and create a resilient mindset. Remove the blocks that get in our way mentally. Because the shit that holds us back are the parts of us that are like, I don't deserve this. I'm not worthy of this. Who am I to have this? Oh, I try all the time. And then why would I even bother trying? Now I'm screwed. Because as soon as you keep believing those things, you put yourself in a downward spiral. You think that, and then you believe it, you think it, you have an emotion and a feeling around it, and that creates usually an inaction or an action. The action's like, screw it, I'm just gonna go eat everything in sight. Or screw it, who cares? I'm not gonna go to the party and connect with the people that I love because I don't like my body. Like, it's awful, it's this horrible spiral. So we have to learn how to stop that spiral, and that's what today was all about. The other big part about Love It to Lose It in our system is removing the emotional blocks. And we are going to start digging into emotional blocks and how we remove those tomorrow. And we are going to get more and more into the trainings as we get closer and closer to Christmas, because this is the time of the year that, what do, y'all? The parties are going, and then we go, fuck it, I'll start New Year's, and you eat everything in sight. Like, you don't have to lose your consciousness. You can literally decide on the empowering belief of, you know what? I can go to this party, and I can connect to people that I love, and I can feel a part of it, and I can enjoy the food with, and even maybe the alcohol, without overdoing it, without numbing out, without taking 2 bites and then ending up overstuffing my safe and then having like 4 extra glasses of wine and then it's a hell day. Like, that doesn't have to be what I do. I can actually go to this party and have a really good time and really enjoy the people, and I can know when to say enough. I can know exactly how much I'm gonna have from a food perspective, from an alcohol perspective, that's in alignment with what I want for my body, what I want for my life, what I want for my goals, what I want for my health and my vitality and my energy. That is an empowering mindset, and you can have it. We have to build up that resiliency. So tomorrow, we're gonna dig into even deeper, because we have to be able to go even below. The cool thing about mindset resiliency, y'all, is that over time, you can really start to pay attention to your beliefs, and you can catch them, even if they're kind of subconscious, unconscious, and you bring them up to conscious awareness. It's so powerful. Emotional blocks are a little harder. And that is, I think, one of the most powerful aspects of my Love It to Lose It system, is that we are able to go in much deeper and do a deeper healing and integration, so that way you can expand your capacity to feel. That way you can expand the amount of feelings you can feel in your conscious state before you get kicked out into unconscious world and go numb out, which is what so many of us do on this planet. We don't want to feel our feelings, so we go use something to not feel, right? We go use alcohol, we go use drugs, we go use food, we go use sugar, we use other people, right? We project all our shit on other people instead of being able to turn inward and look at ourselves. So that will be tomorrow's training. Thank you guys so much. If you're a part of my email system, my email, my list, my tribe, my online world, you guys will be getting an email with all this information, and I'll give you a link to it too as well. So until tomorrow, mwah. If you guys, if this is your time, if you're ready to stop this bullshit, if you're ready to come into a body that you love, feel more life force, energy, and connection in your body, this is what I do. I'm highly trained as a coach in this way, and so just send me a DM. Send me a DM and go, I'm like ready to do this shit, and let's do some coaching. I'd love to work with you, okay? Until tomorrow, love y'all. Have a beautiful day. See you next time. Bye, loves.